now doing some text wraps. So all that means is that whenever you put an image next to or close to some text, the text is going to wrap around the image how you tell it to. So I've made a few paragraph styles in the center of this brochure. So I've done one called center header and center subhead and just copy. I'm going to now, and they're all in one text box. It doesn't really matter if they're all in one text box, but I'm just going to do that to demonstrate something. So I'm now going to get my rectangle tool, and I'm going to make a rectangle frame, and I'm going to go File, Place, and locate an image that I want. Let's click on so I can see what I'm selecting. I want the oil tanker one. So obviously this is too big, so I can either just click on it. I'm going to zoom out by pressing Alt. Yeah, it's massive. So a shortcut, I'm going to do Fit Content Proportionately. I'm going to zoom in again, Command 0, and I want it to resize the frame. So fit content to frame, no, frame to content now. Yeah. Now for this one, I think I actually do want a bleed, so I'm going to press W so I can see my bleeds, and I'm going to drag this out a little bit. No, actually, I'm going to put it right next to, I'm going to put it right in the center so that you can really see the text wrap work. So I'm going to actually center it. I'm going to go Align. Now I'm going to center now to Spread, because I want it right in the center of this spread, so I can center it. Perfect. Now you can see that now there's text underneath this image, and I want the text to flow around the image. So I need to get a new window out here called text wrap. There it is. And I'm just going to add it over here to my list of panels. Text wrap, and by default there's no text wrap, but now when I click Wrap Around Bounding Box, you'll see that what happens. So the text is flowing around that image. If I now add a little extras, and it's linked now, so I want to actually uncheck link because I want it to flow differently depending on if it's going to be next to it or side. So actually I like the way this is working, but I think this, let's see, maybe it is working here. Maybe I'll just move this up a little bit. Oh, opposite way. But I might actually now move it over a little bit here on the side, here, the right side, so that that bullet let me press W so I can see where my margin is, yeah. Now it's going to look weird with a bullet, so I might have to just move that bullet list up. Yeah, and you can see that it affects all of that text. Now it's going to be really weird with a bullet because bullets act in their own particular way. But if this was not a bullet, if I'm just going to go copy all, or select all, or drag and select all of them and change this to a different paragraph style, then to copy, you can see that I'm just going to select it all, copy. You can see how it's going to be affected if it's next to that image. Move that back there. I'm going to affect the text wrap again, click on the image, and bring it back a little bit. And I can see another problem too. We have now these hyphens, so I'm going to change my paragraph style, my copy paragraph style, to get rid of hyphens, uncheck hyphen. There you go, and that's going to be a better. Press W. So something like that. You're going to have to play around with it a little bit because obviously you can see that there's just one word here. I'm going to have to fix some of these little orphan words because they're hyphens, because this originally was a bullet list, so there's obviously these weird line breaks. But if this was just regular copy, if I select this all and replace this with copy, Yeah, that's going to be much better. So that's just showing you what the text wrap is. Obviously, you can text wrap anything. I can actually text wrap images. I can draw a new text box. I'm just actually going to copy paste this for a second. File, edit, copy, and draw a new text box. And file, edit, place, and oops, and select it again. I can actually text wrap text. So now if I put text there and go text wrap, yeah, the text will flow around the other text. And I can say that I want it to, however you like. And that little preview comes up. Yeah. And that's going to be really good when you have call outs. Say you're doing a magazine article and you have a little call out, something that says like, so and so said this, so and so said this, or the stats on such and such were 50%. They're just little highlights of the text that draw attention to the article, that make it a little bit more interesting for people to read, gives them a little visual break. So you can do text wraps with text, and it will affect all the other text around it, or you can do them to images. And you just have to play with it a little bit too. Just use my arrow keys to move it around. You just have to play with it. Make sure it looks good. Move this. Oops, move this. Play with it, see what you can come up with, but that is a text wrap for an image and a text wrap for text.